Parliament voting to force the Prime Minister to seek a Brexit delay to prevent a no-deal scenario at the end of next week. It came after Jeremy Corbyn and his team held urgent talks with Prime Minister Theresa May. The leader of the Labour opposition went into the meeting with some in his own party demanding he seek a referendum on any Brexit plan emerging. Afterwards, he simply said he'd raise the option of a public vote to prevent no deal or leaving on a bad deal.
We had a discussion and there hasn't been as much change as I expected, but we are continuing to have some discussions tomorrow morning to explore some of the technical issues surrounding it. And the meeting was useful but inconclusive.
Prime Minister, will it be a Labour Brexit?
The Prime Minister's move to consult Corbyn after effectively giving up trying to convince her own hardline Brexiteers to back her deal led Junior Minister Nigel Adams to quit his post on Wednesday. In his resignation letter, he accused Theresa May of, quote, trying to do a deal with a Marxist. But the Prime Minister suggested it was Parliament's failure to pass her withdrawal agreement that forced her into this position and insisted her strategy could work.
The purpose of meeting with the Leader of the Opposition today is indeed to look at those areas that we agree on. I think there are actually a number of areas that we agree on in relation to Brexit. I think we both want to deliver leaving the EU with a deal. I think we both want to protect jobs. I think we both want to ensure that we end free movement. I think we both recognise the importance of the withdrawal agreement.
But for Brussels, every day makes a no-deal Brexit a bit more likely. Speaking in the European Parliament with perhaps the last ever British MEPs present, the Commission President was unequivocal.
12th of April is the final date for possible approval. If the House of Commons does not adopt a stance before the date, no short-term extension will be possible. After the 12th of April, we run the risk of jeopardizing the correct running of the European elections and the correct functioning of the European Union.
Juncker warned there could be no transition period following a no-deal Brexit. The UK would immediately become what they call a third country, with all the restrictions that brings.
There would indeed be customs checks for legal and political reasons. We have to be honest here, I prefer rigorous checks to a health crisis or illegal trafficking, even if it means a few truck queues.
For now, Theresa May's still aiming to get a deal passed so Brexit can happen by the 22nd of May, avoiding European Parliament elections. With next week's summit in Brussels fast approaching, politicians here know they'll have to make compromises if they're to avoid a no-deal Brexit. But while the government's reluctant to seek a way out through fresh elections to this Parliament, the UK could still end up taking part in next month's European elections. Nadim, Al Jazeera, London.